Hello and welcome to the next video. So this one is creating Hangman. Now this one is quite tricky. It is a beginner version, but it is a lot more difficult than what we've just done. But with that being said, there is no reason why we can't do it. So just be prepared for quite a bit more coding. And when I say quite a bit more coding, I mean maybe 20 more lines. We've also got some visuals to create in this section too, so that should be fun. So we're going to go to here. I'm just going to try and find a new one. I don't really want my notebooks, so if I just go to Google colab.com like this, and I'm going to create a new notebook. I'm going to call it Hangman when it does load. There we go. I'm just going to call it Hangman just up here, like that. And then we will get started. So the basic game of Hangman is that you have a word and you have to try and guess the word, and each time you get the word incorrect, a part of the drawing, the natural illustration, which looks something like, if I can put it on, this, well, not like that, but you know, will appear on the screen. So I've got a list of words that I already have for us. And I'm going to, you can use your own words obviously, but I'm going to put these on there too so you can actually have the words. So let's start from the very beginning. So again, we're going to get the computer to actually randomly generate the words for us, so what word we've got to guess. And that's just so that we don't have to do that part of it. So we're going to import random. And we also need to import string. And the reason we need to import string is because we are using words now and not integers. So we want the random to actually work. Then we need to actually import the words. So I'm just going to copy and paste these. I've provided these for you, but you can use your own words if you want to use your own words. There is no reason why you can't. I'm just copying and pasting like this. So these are my list of words. There are hundreds of them, and I've said that my words equal. Now this is an array, so you won't have come across this yet. What an array is basically a way of storing a list of things so that each of these have a value. So for example, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and it's basically just storing a list of words. You'll notice that each word is separated by a comma, and it's got its own little section where it's enveloped in speech marks. Just keep that in mind. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to create the visuals. So I'm just going to run this and like commit it to memory, and I'm just going to add a second section of code. Now we need to create the lives, okay, and we need to create a dictionary of lives. Now if you play Hangman before, you'll be aware that you get like 7 chances to actually win the game, and if not, the man gets hung. So we're going to create a dictionary of lives. So we're going to call it lives underscore visual, and it's a dictionary, so I'm going to use the term for that, which is dict, and I'm going to go equals, open up my brackets like that. Okay, now this one is life 0, so when you die, this is where you end up. Okay, so we're going to do that. Now again, I have provided you with these, okay. I'm not going to ask you to print all these out because it will take you months. So I'm going to copy that like that. I have given you these, I just straight copy and paste them. So this is life 0, so when you've got no lives left, this is what happens, all the way down to when you have 7 lives left, which is down here. Now I'm going to commit that to memory like this, and we will start the main programming. So in order for us to start this, we actually have to create a function. So we create a function using the word def in Python, and we're going to call our function here let's go with get word. Yeah, we'll do it like this. So we're going to get word, okay, and we are going to pass into this function our list of words that we've set right at the top here, okay, and then we're going to ask it to randomly pick one. So again, we're going to use the random like we used in the random number generator. We're going to go word equals random, and this time we're going to say random choice from our list of words. And we'll just type that out. So this randomly selects a word from the list. Okay, and then we're going to say that while, okay, so we've got while, and then we're just going to put a placeholder in like that. So while the gap in word, or the space in the word that is chosen, word equals random dot choice words. And let me just explain what's happening here. So what's happening here is we're saying that for every letter in the word that has been chosen, replace it with either a line or a space. Okay, and then we're going to return the word. So we're going to return word, and we're going to put it into upper case, so it's going to be in capitals. Why did I put brackets? Word dot upper, like that, and we're going to put it into uppercase. Okay, so that's working with our words. Now we need another def, or another function, and this one is going to be the hangman bit, so it's going to be the game. So we're saying that word equals get word, which is what we've said at the top. Did I say, yeah, get word. And so we're going to pass it that function, and we're going to also pass it words, just like that. And then we're going to set another variable that says the word letters equal set word. So this is saying that for the letters in the word, it's going to display them. Okay, now we need to import, well, not import, but utilize something called string ASCII uppercase. So what we're saying here is for every letter of the alphabet that is used in that word, we want to set the string like that, and we want to do ASCII uppercase, just like that. And what that means is it's going to set every piece, oh, we don't need that, it's going to set every letter as a letter value, and it's going to put it in uppercase. Then we want to say use letters, so the letters that we actually guess, we're going to set, and we're going to ask, this is basically what the user guesses. So whenever the user enters a guess, it's going to save it in use letters, and it's going to remember what we save. The next thing we need to deal with is we need to deal with this thing called lives. Now we automatically have 7 lives, and that's because there's 7 stages of this. Okay, so we're going to have 7 lives. So we've set our variable of lives to equal 7. Now let's just deal with getting the user input. Okay, so while the length of word letters is bigger than 0, and the lives is also bigger than 0, so we've got, oh, do I need that in there? Oh yeah, make sure you do this there. So while the length of the word letters, so it's the word, so length of the word, is bigger than 0, and the lives are also bigger than 0, it's going to print you have lives, lives left, I'll explain this in a second, and you have used like, I'm going to come on brain, yeah, like that, I'll push space, then I'm going to put a comma, and then I'm going to open up this and this, and I'm going to ask it to join used letters. So let me explain this. So what this is saying is that while the length of the words is more than 0 and lives is more than 0, I'm going to ask it to print the number of lives we have left and the letters we have used. So this join use letters here is actually going to add or print out what is stored in this variable here. And this section here is actually going to display the number of lives we have left. Okay? So the next thing we need to look at is what the current word is. So we're still inside this while loop, so we're still inside the print next to, well, let's just go down again. So we're still near the print. So what is the current word? That's what we're looking for. Like that. So we've got word list, just like that. So we've got word list. So this is basically where we actually find out what the letter is, and we say that if the letter is used, then actually display that letter in the word. So we're going to put word list equals, and we're going to use a array again, and we're going to go letter. If letter is in used letters, else we're going to display it. Okay, in Word. Perfect. Then we're going to print lives, and we're going to actually print the actual visual, I think. Yeah, we're going to print the visual. Let's go with it. So lives, what did I call it? Visual, what did I call it? Dict, there we go. Like that. And it'll come up there. And then we're going to put lives in square brackets, like that. And then we're going to print the current word. So if we go print like this, and we're going to print the, oh, sorry, that one. Is it that one? No, we'll go with singles. We're going to print the current word. How did I do this? That, then that, all these little speechy marky things, and then that, and then that, and we're going to dot join the word list, just like that. So again, like we joined use letters, we're actually going to join the word list this time. That should be word, not work. There we go. And I think that's that for that section. Yeah. So now we're going to focus on user letters. So user letters. Oops, sorry. So user letter, and we're going to ask the user to input the letter. So this is where the user comes in with guess a letter. Let's go for, and let's use capitals like this, and we're going to put it into upper. So once we've closed the speech marks and closed this bracket, we're going to put it into uppercase so that it's equivalent. And then we're going to say that if the user letter in alphabet, and then we're going to minus used letters, like that. And we're going to add the used letters to the user letters, if that makes sense. So actually the other way around. So when the user inputs a letter and it's incorrect or correct, it doesn't matter which one it is, we're going to actually add it to the variable that says use letters, so it's going to keep track of all the letters we've actually used. So we're going to say that if the used letters dot add, and we're going to add the user letter, like that, and we're going to do that for each one. And then we're going to do if, yeah, so we're going to do if used user letters in word letters, then word letters is going to dot remove the user letter, and it's going to print Okay, now we've got an else statement to deal with here. So else, oops, lives equals lives minus 1. So we're going to take 1 off the lives. So if guess is incorrect, take a life away. Okay, and then we're going to print, and we want this on a new line, so remember how to do this. So it's that, and then your letter, and then I'm going to do a comma, close that, do a comma again, and I'm going to put user letter, comma, that is not in the word, full stop. Okay, now we need an, oops, put that back where it belongs. Now we need an elif, so we're doing an elif. User letter is in used, oops, letters, print, and again we need the /n. You have already guessed that letter, try again. So in this one we're saying that if the letter that the user enters has already been guessed, we need to tell them about that, but we don't actually need to take any lives from them. So we're going to go with that. And then the last thing is else print, again new line, that is not a valid letter. So what we're doing here, if you remember right up at the top, if I can find where we put it, there we said that it has to be ASCII. Now if it's not a letter, okay, not an actual letter, then it won't accept it. So if we put a number in, for example, it will print this, and that's because it's not an ASCII, it's not a character. So that's where that bit comes in. Now we're almost done. We're just going to go down now and go to the first if statement. Is it? No, the def. We'll try it there, and if we need to indent, we'll indent. This is where we get the length of the word. So we actually don't enter here until the length of the word is equal to 0, or the number of lives is equal to 0. So we say if lives is equal to 0, then print lives visual.dict, and just press tab there, lives, like that, and then underneath we go print, we need to tell them it's game over, and then we need to actually display what the word was. So if we go like the word was, and then we'll just do word like, word like that, and then put that on the end like that. Else we're going to print let's go, woohoo, you guessed the word. And then we're going to actually just display the word again, so we're going to go word like that, and then you can add up some exclamation marks on the end if you want to. And then right at the very end we're going to go if __ name __ is equal to __ main __ comma, and then colon, we're going to ask it to run Hangman. Now there may be some issues with my formatting here, so let's just test it. Yes, so let's have a look at what the errors are. Elif, invalid syntax, let me have a look. elif, use a letter in used letters. Let's just copy there. It's my syntax. Oh, elif, invalid syntax. So it needs to be in line with that if statement. So this is my nested if statement, so if and else, and that needs to be in line with that one. Let's try that. Yeah, it syntaxes everything. And then this else, elif needs to be in line with my elif. There we go. And what else have we got? Name, word letters is not defined. Right, okay. Pretty sure I called mine something else. Word list. So here we look for word letters. It's word letter, not word letters. So where do we find it? Word letter. There we go. Try that again. Print you have, what's my word this time? Used letters. Oh, is it used letter? Have I got a habit of doing this now? Yeah. And try again. What's this time? Use letters again. Do you know, probably the easiest thing is just to do that and that. Okay, let's try this. So, it's 3 letters. I'm going to try there's always a vowel in there, right? Right, so again, is it because I've used word letters? Right, so what's word letters? See if I just change that. Word letters. Oopsie. Anywhere else where I've used it? Let's try again. Oh, we got a different word this time. Let's go again. I've got 7 lives still because we guessed that word correctly. Oh, right, okay. So we've got an error here. Let's have a look what this error is. So I only entered 2 words and it actually said what the word was. So in that case, we're here. Right, it's syntax again, so be very, very careful with your syntax. Okay, I know it is kind of confusing. If anything goes wrong, it will be your syntax. So let's have a go at this again. So I'm going to start with A again. Uh-oh. Right, obviously not an A. Let's try E. Oh, we got an E. I. Okay, we've got several I's. Let's try O. Oh, no. S. Common. Yeah. T. Nope. K. Uh-oh. M. Oh, right, okay. Let's try this one. Let's try B. Right, I want to try an L. Missable. Right, okay. Let's try another one. Oh, I don't know. Let's try P. Permissible. There we go. Permissible. There we go. So, you guessed the word permissible. So how many lives did I have left? Oh, that could be, yeah, 3 lives left. So, that is Hangman. You can edit this as well, so obviously you can make it harder by giving less lives. You could also change the words here so that we've actually got less words, or you could actually make some words have different languages, just to kind of make those harder. But that is pretty much it. I will give you these words and these things in the, I'll give you them as documents, so that you can actually find them, and that will be easier for you. But that's it, that's Hangman. Have a mess around with it, change some of the words, even change like the amount of guesses that you're allowed, so you could get rid of some of these lives, or make them harder. And pretty much that is it. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.